Hello, grade 7. Today we will begin with a new chapter, chapter 8, about the change of states, on page 61. As you know, there are three states of matter. Matter can be in solid form, in liquid form, and in gas form. Let's watch a short video to remember the three states of matter we learned about.
States of matter. Matter is made of particles. It exists in three states, namely solid, liquid, and gas. The different states of matter are due to the different arrangement of particles of matter. In solid state, the particles of matter are very close to each other. So, the particles hold each other very tightly. That is, there is a strong force of attraction between them. As a result, solids have a definite shape and volume. In liquid state, the particles are packed closely together, but they are much farther apart than the particles in solids, and so the force of attraction is weaker than it is in solids. Therefore, liquids have a definite volume, but they do not have a definite shape. They take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. In gases, the particles of matter are very far away from each other, and so the force of attraction between them is very weak. Thus, gases have neither a definite shape nor volume. They can fill the entire space or volume of a container, irrespective of the container size.
Now we know about the three states of matter. But do you know how we can change from one state to another? When a body exchanges heat with its surrounding, its state changes. This means that changes in state happen after heating or cooling matter, and there are different types. For example, melting, evaporation, condensation, and solidification. Let's watch a short video to understand the different types of the change in states.
Changes in state happen after cooling or heating matter, and there are different types. Melting, solidification, evaporation, and condensation. Melting happens when matter changes from its solid to liquid form and happens after rising temperature. When we heat an ice cube or leave it at room temperature, it melts and changes from solid to liquid. Solidification is the opposite from melting. Matter changes from liquid to solid form. It happens when we put water in the freezer and it turns into ice. It goes from liquid to solid. Evaporation is when matter changes from liquid to gas. After liquids are heated, for example, when we boil water, it turns into water vapor. It turns from liquid to gas. Condensation is a step from gas to liquid and happens when matter in gas state is cooled. Have you ever noticed that when we get steamy windows or mirrors, water droplets appear? It's produced when water vapor touches a cold surface. In that same moment, water vapor cools and turns into liquid. Easy, huh?
As you have seen, the change in state from the solid form to the liquid form is called melting. This is also known as fusion. So, melting or fusion is the change in state from solid to liquid. However, the change from liquid to gas is known as evaporation or as boiling. But the difference here between evaporation and boiling is that evaporation occurs on the surface of liquids. However, boiling occurs inside liquids. So, don't forget that boiling occurs inside liquids and evaporation occurs on the surface of liquids. What is the meaning of boiling point? The boiling point is the temperature at which boiling occurs. This means that when a liquid substance is heated, the temperature at which it begins to boil is called the boiling point. This temperature is measured using a thermometer, as you can see in this picture. This is here the thermometer, which is inserted into the substance, and we are heating this substance. When it begins to boil, we can measure the temperature, which is then known as a boiling point. What about the volume? When the state changes, the volume changes too. This means that when the state changes from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or vice versa, the volume changes too. As you see in this picture, the volume will change when the state changes from one state to another. This is because the spaces between the molecules or the particles also change, so the volume will change. Don't forget that during the change of state, the temperature remains constant until the process ends.